Grey's Anatomy Season 22 opened with the fallout from the shocking explosion that left several characters' fate in the balance, and over the course of the episode, things took unexpected twists, finally revealing the fate of Grey Sloan Memorial's finest. While viewers weren't sure they'd see major fallout from the explosion, Grey's Anatomy Season 22 ensured that after the premiere hour, nothing would be the same. Throughout Grey's Anatomy Season 21, it felt clear that there would be some changes coming between the seasons. With a group of new interns coming into the mix, some of the Doctor's Grey's Anatomy viewers have come to know and love throughout the last few years weren't certain to be returning to the series, at least not for the duration. Although some had seemed like a lock to be safe, others like long-term cast member Richard Webber, James Pickens Jr., weren't necessarily in the clear. Coming back from a massive accident has long been a strength for Grey's Anatomy, and the season premiere was no different. Although there are still questions to be answered, the intense fallout of the explosion finally revealed one character's fate. Grey's Anatomy Season 22's premiere saw Link's life on the line. He was crushed after the OR floor blast. When Grey's Anatomy Season 22 opened, Meredith Grey, Ellen Pompeo, was still safely outside the hospital, but as chaos ensued inside the walls of Grey Sloan Memorial, it quickly became clear that Meredith was one of the few to find themselves safe from the impact. As viewers got the chance to see the different rooms within the hospital, things quickly got bleak. While Ben Warren, Jason George, searched out Miranda Bailey, Chandra Wilson, quickly and made it clear that she wasn't in distress, it was revealed that Dr. Atticus Lincoln, Chris Carmack, was one of the victims who'd been hurt by the blast. With intense crush injuries, Link was assessed quickly, but it was obvious he was going to be a critical case. While the team was able to get Link free from the stone crushing his chest, his injuries still seemed incredibly dire as he was transported off the OR floor. As Bailey, Ben, and Owen Hunt, Kevin McKidd, began the transport down the hospital stairs, Link began bleeding more profusely, which made emergency care far more necessary than it had been before. Link flatlined after finally getting in touch with Joe Wilson, Camilla Luddington, who was stationed in the ED with Webber as he got looked at for a head laceration. Wilson was left in anguish waiting for news with Webber, who did his best to keep her calm while they waited for their colleagues to work on one of their own. When Amelia Shepherd, Katerina Scorsone, tried to get in on the surgery, she was too emotional to handle the room and was forcibly removed, struggling to handle the fact that she felt she'd caused the blast in some capacity. The Grey Sloan surgeons were, ultimately, able to find the source of Link's bleeding and get him stable. Grey's Anatomy's Monica Beltran met her untimely end after the explosion. She spent the episode stuck beneath a light column. With others like Monica Beltran, Natalie Morales, and Jules Millin, Adelaide Kane, trapped on the OR floor as well, it was clear that nobody was in the clear after the blast. While Millin was able to keep the patient steady after the blast, Beltran was stuck beneath the column of a massive overhead lamp, which made it clear that her life was going to hang in the balance. As the episode continued, Millin and Beltran's 6-year-old patient became more complicated, leaving Millin to operate on her own as Beltran offered help from where she was stuck. Clearly in discomfort, Beltran did her best to work to keep Millin calm, but also obviously understood the severity of her injuries. While Millin was continuing the procedure, it became clear that Beltran knew she wasn't doing well. As Millin packed the incision and finished up the procedure, Beltran lost consciousness behind the OR table. By the time Millin took her pulse, she'd already passed from her injuries sustained in the explosion. Grey's Anatomy once again lost a huge piece of Grey Sloan Memorial's puzzle.